Greetings from outside our son's swim lessons. My wife got the short end of the stick, so I decided to record this quick, but this is our June recap from our 1,000 hours outside. Now, if you're new here, January 1st, 2024, we challenge ourselves to spend 1,000 hours outside. And this is now halfway through the year, so that means that we're halfway through our journey, and we should be halfway through the total number of hours that we need. Now, if you've been with us on our weekly recaps, you kind of know where we're at more or less, but if you're new here, then you'll have to wait for the totals until the end of the video. So let's kind of go through some highlights and some things to note, and then we'll get into the totals and kind of where we think we're headed. One big thing to note in June is this was the first month we were able to get outside every day of the month. May, we were close. We missed it by 1 day because we started potty training, so it was a big milestone. And another thing, since it's getting into June and into the summer months, some of the summer days had a lot of the same things going on. We'd either spend time in our sprinkler, we'd go up to my in-laws, to the pool, he'd spend time in the pool, or we'd go to kind of the local pool, just doing kind of stuff around, laying low, which was nice. And we continued to do as many meals as we could outside. Now, another thing, it was kind of an, normal month, I would call it. We just kind of hung around most of the weekends. The last weekend in June, so actually this past weekend, we did do a family trip up to Green Bay. We went up with my parents. We spent 2 nights at the Tundra Lodge, went to the Titletown District and played on the playground there. We went to the National Railroad Museum, and we went to Bay Beach. If you're a family looking for things to do and you live in Wisconsin, there are a lot of things to do in Green Bay outside of Packers. And if you want to check out some of those videos will be coming shortly, so make sure you're subscribed to the channel. And like I said, since we're in June, that means we're halfway done, and we should be in 500 hours. And let's go through those numbers right now. In the month of June, we got 113 hours and 15 minutes, which averaged out to about 3.78 hours per day. And our total hours, drum roll, is a little less than 500. It's only at 373 hours. And at this current pace, we're on pace to hit 746 hours, which is up from last month, which was 623 hours, which was up from the previous month of, I think it was 400 something. I'll put it on the screen. Just to put it into perspective, the first 4 months were 121 days, and we got only 134 hours and 15 minutes in those 4 months, which equaled out to about 1.1 hours per day. In just the last 2 months of May and in June, that was only 61 days, and we got 238 hours and 45 minutes. Totaling 3.9 hours per day, so almost 4 hours per day. So that just shows we're just making up for those first 4 months. And I have a graph here that I've been kind of charting along as we've been going. As you can see, it's pretty flat, and as we've gotten to those May and June months, it's really spiked up. This whole rest of the year is kind of making up for those first 4 months, which we knew that. I keep saying this every month, but it's kind of the same theme. And if you're new here, the targets we're trying to hit are about 2.7 hours per day, and it's about 19.2 hours per week, and about 83.3 hours per month. And as you can see, I have the months here on the screen as well too. Those first months were just kind of brutal, so we're kind of making up. I have a thing I'm going to say right now, and July is just going to be the biggest month we have so far, and it might even be the biggest month of the year. We have some camping planned, we have some family trips planned, a lot of fun things, not just our normal routine. And if you are new around here, I do weekly updates on both YouTube Shorts and on TikTok. So make sure you're subscribed. The name is Corsi's Travel on both of those. And just something else, I have my spreadsheet that I've been using. I'm always looking for tips. I've been adding things like the graph shows what we should be at if you're just doing the 83 hours a month, first kind of where we are at. I have a projected total as to where we should hit, just things like that. So if you have any tips or things that you might want to see, please put them in the comments down below. I'd love to hear about them, and I can add them to my spreadsheet. That's all I got for you in this one. On to July, on to the back half of the year and the final 6 months of 2024. Thanks again for watching. Enjoy your adventure.